Ilander, yeah. I'm trying to create a priority loader. Priority unloader, sorry. I want to make it, I've already got the priority stuff pretty much set up. This is just going to be me being overly idiot. These are all wrong. Again, you can't click on loaders. You can only click on unloaders. Also, I can't click on that. I can't click on that because this is, oh yeah, in the way. Okay. Well, I'm only going to have 4 inputs, so I don't need all those. I could do some fancy stuff here and have all 8. I could have 4 here and 4 here and put a wire on these that these could only work if that works. Or I could just do this. It's not a high performance situation. So if you're less than 16,000, you're going to request a train. But you're a loader. If you're more than 16,000 stored, you're going to request a train. Well, and if you're more than 32,000 stored, you're going to request 2 trains. 2 trains. Two trains. Wait a minute. I'm smoking dope pretty bad here, aren't I? This does not work. And Wally, he's an idiot. And he's dumb. Shit. So I guess I'll just load it with 4, 4, and 4. And then have the extras for the other. Four, 8, 16. 6 and 6 is 12, and 6 more is 18. If I do end up moving this, it'll get moved over there somewhere. So it'll look like this, probably. All right, so we're going to take 4 of you. Not liking this. But there you are. I don't know what to do with that one. I'm just going to slap some shit down here and see how it feels. God, this is going to be so ugly. Oh, man. How did Storm make this look so easy and so good? Man. Because this is just sick. Do not like it at all. All right, well, tell you what. Let's fiddle around with something else while my brain percolates on this. So we know we're going to do this. Question is, where can we fit this so that we don't have such a huge load and our warehouse doesn't look like crap? Now, if we're going to keep this lined up with this, we're going to go something like that. Now, we could put this here. It would take up less space that way. The challenge here is stacker. How do I build? Because obviously the output's going to go there. And we're only going to allow a train to come in here. No, we're only going to allow trains leaving here. I could use a simple jump stacker. This is the shortest 1-2-1 I've got. It would go like that, and it wouldn't fit. I've got a shorter stacker in one of these. Got this stacker, which is pretty gross, but it does fit. Yep. Okay, so let's assume we're going to do that, and that we want to get 4 loaders on each side of the wagon. Although, to be honest, we could probably just single side load this and call it a lot easier. Things are doing things, you know, custom and all. So then if I put you here, and then I redesign all of this again, I get you out of my way. Now I only need 8 unloaders. And then what does this larger one look like? The smaller one look like? Looks like, no, I gotta go with this. I'm gonna have 8 outputs. And if I'm gonna have 8 outputs, then I can go 4 here and 4 here. Run those to the farthest. Pretty unfun, and I'm not a fan, but it's about the same belt length. It's not clean. I don't like that. I certainly don't like that it's not clean. It's klutzy. It's cluttered. If this were still this way, and not enough room to do it there either. If I didn't do that sorter, if I did something more like putting this in the middle really isn't an option. If I just did the laziest thing I could do, it'd be this. Of course, we know how I love lazy. As in, not at all. Now, it would be this and this. I didn't preserve that before I destroyed it. Oh, jeez, wrong button. Thank goodness for undo. If I simplified this and I used wires to make this happen instead of a balancer, what I would do is I would ask all of the belts from the unprioritized what their content is. And then if they had content, the other belt would not be enabled. Again, way too many crooked lines. I don't like things bending twice. But what if I don't care about that too much, as I care about this a bit more? Jerk. Jerk. I don't really want to go down there with these, but I will if I have to. So if you were there, these would be looking like that, which is actually more appealing. I don't like going over top of this. Signal. Okay, that's looking cleaner. Looking cleaner. This isn't so much. But I have some flexibility. The stations won't necessarily line up vertically, but I think I'm okay with that. Because I've still got my room to get these to happen. That's probably still my best place for it. You're unloaders. Yes, you're unloaders. And you're a loader. With a stacker, which I don't normally do. Now, I need to actually wire all of these. And for simplicity, we're just going to do this. Let's see. You are going to be set to read hold. So you're reading the contents, and then you are going to be enabled or disabled if everything is equal to 0. And then if I drop something on there, like a piece of glass, you all stop. So what I've essentially done is I've said this warehouse will only be loaded from the outside 4 lanes if all of the inside 4 lanes are empty. Yeah. And then because this is the priority unloader, all of these will unload first and empty first and fill up the warehouse first, and then the non-priority unloader will work. And in terms of a look, it's not terrible. It doesn't extend too fat. The lines are pretty clean. The components are pretty basic. This station is shifted in terms of height 1, and I have this hump thing for a stacker. Not really a fan of either one of those things, but these belt lines being clean are a little more important to me than the alignment of the stations. So that is going to be a sand stacker. And then sand is produced in these two places. So I could stuff it anywhere in these areas. And then anybody who uses sand is going to have to be configured to use this warehouse. I don't want to put it here because I don't like putting things right next to each other, intersections. I would put it here, except for I built it that way, and I would have to flip it, and I can't flip it. I don't really want to put a train right on the main line. I want them already accelerating when they get to the main intersection lane. Sand is used pretty heavily over here. If it were here, then glass and silicone. I think you're a sand unloader, aren't you? No? You just don't do anything. What do you carry? Graphite. Where's your loader? Where is that? That's here. So stuffing this warehouse here, although there's some water I'd have to landfill, but I've already screwed that lake over, or that river. Then the graphite will come here, the sand will come here, the glass, and it's pretty close to the other one. All right, let's get some landfill and some scraping and get this thing online and then program some trains. Let's go. We're going to be doing some buildings. We'll take off these legs and put on these batteries. And we probably just ended up with more crap than I want. And go. BRB. Yeah, that was quick. Have I mentioned I dislike the spider creep? Come here, fish. More landfill. All right, got it. Oh, crap. No, don't come here yet. Jerk. No, I want power. I want power here. That's my better bet. Alright. I gotta turn you off. I gotta turn you off. And you off. Got away with that. Gotta bring you as far forward as I can. Oh. No path because this is in the wrong spot. Hey, both fuel trains. I don't have enough of these loaders. I need 4 more. Oh, I can build exactly 4. That's hilarious. Alright. Nobody has this. Right. Nobody has this. And nobody has this. Sand train. So you're going... So I need 2 sets of trains for this then. I need another train. I didn't think this through enough. Like them. Well, you're the first. You get programmed. What you're gonna do is you're gonna be a sand shuttler. You're gonna go from a loader to a warehouse unloader non-priority until you are empty and inactive, right? So you're no longer just gonna go unload. So that's your job. I'm gonna make another one of you. Whose job is going to go here until you are full. Oh, you already got that. And then you are going to come to the warehouse unloader priority until you are empty and inactive. Oh, yeah, but this station needs to be renamed to be a priority loader. Because I need you to be a priority. Where's that other train I was just looking at? You're gonna go here until you're full, and that's it. So your job is to go from basically here and load the warehouse at a priority. Lycom's job is going to be to go from the crusher which is here, to the warehouse unloader non-priority. And then any train that is going to an unloader, a sand unloader, how many sand unloaders do I have? I have 6 sand unloaders. No path to warehouse priority unload 1. Yeah, because I've broken the station. So this needs a new train. It's yeah, you're a sand loader. And I think Lycom's going to take care of that. But there's 3 stations. There's 3 of these stations and 2 trains. Who's the other train? Well, there's not 3 of these stations. There's only 2 of them because these are not here. So forget those exist. But you say I've got 2 trains that are assigned to this, but I don't see them? Alright, anyways. So now these unloaders, which are basically consumers of sand versus a warehouse for sand. And I might need to put that letter in there in order to be able to help me understand what's going on here. There's no trains for any of these. There's 1 train. So there are no priority consumers of sand. Where else am I using sand that it told me I needed to bring it versus pound it? Oh, that. Oh, you need sand too, huh? Okay, so now there should be no more. Yeah, there's that one. Ignoring that. So now I need a set of trains that will come to the warehouse loader. Why do I have 2 trains here? I have 2 stations, but what's the 2? Oh, it wants 2 trains. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But I should have 2 trains on this network. I should have a 1 here. So the priority loader has 1. And then Lycum seems to have fallen off my list. You can go home. You're trying to go to a normal loader versus a priority loader. Cool. But now I need trains that are going to go and take from that position. I didn't really want to send you home. I have no way to get home now. Mirapax train. So friend called 5 is delivering priority stuff. Lycum is going to deliver normal stuff. I need to go back to my factory and have it Yes, I know there's no path. Go to manual. And then go to Michigan 2. And I need to put a new sand train down. Or 2, depending. Maybe just 1. Not stand in between the wagons. So you're not going to go to these locations. Your job is going to be to go to the warehouse until you are full. And then to go to a sand unloader until you are empty and inactive. I don't like that I need to rename these. I think I just want to stick with the unloader. That tells me I'm going to need a couple of those trains, so I need to blueprint that. Somebody up here was using sand. That's lithium. I'll find it this way. Oh, it's in the middle. So now your destination is going to be... You're going to go to the warehouse and load until you're full. And then you're going to go to any sand unloader until you are empty and inactive. And then I'm going to blueprint you into being a train with wagons that carry sand. And you should not be saying destination full. I did not connect that wire. Well, that's working correctly. That's good to see. Build another one of those because I'm pretty sure I need it. Alan. Hey, Alan. It's going well. It's going well. I'm going to go for about another hour 15, something like that. And I'm just getting immersite processing in a remote fashion started. I had to invent a warehouse. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. Hope you had a good weekend. If you had a weekend. Next up is making immersite crystal, because apparently immersite powder I won't say what I have to say. I am going to need a lot of immersite powder. There's a faceless. So glass is in good shape. You're complaining because the loaders are full. So first off, this copper is pretty much toast. But I'm not using copper enough to matter. I have a locked state condition where I have one too many stone trains on the network. Because this does not have a stacker. I think what I'm going to do is redesign this a little bit to push this way up here. Because you're an unloader. And unloaders... If this had an unloader, train limit is 1 of 1. And you're set for... Oh, I might have used the wrong design here. Now you're set to only allow 1 because I don't have a stacker. But if I move it back, then I have a stacker here. And I think I'm going to do that. Solve that little problem. Alright, so first off, we need to put you in manual mode. Oh, God. I need to send you away, and I need to break your track. And then you can go to the stacker or to the storage area as well. Whilst I pick up all of this. And I have to move it far enough that I can fit a stacker in here. My preferred stacker, like my pronouns, is this. I don't think you fit. So I put you as far out as I can. Far out, man. Far out. And you're gonna go away. You have to become an I design. And then I've got to fit a stacker in here. All right, that's exactly what I want there. Now I've got to play games with the rails, or with the the belts because it's now going to be in the way of the belts. If that's the stacker, it doesn't fit. Might as well start the next one. I have a shorter one here, which is very much shorter. That's the wrong one there. My belts are going to be terrible if I leave things the way they are. This is such a crap show. Very unhappy with this. Very unhappy with this. Of course you can't. Now I got to get these 4 belts up there, down here, cleanly. Room for 2 there. Not going to do that. Now, if I got to bring them all the way in like that, I might as well put a balancer here. Unfortunately, I have to, because of the way I've designed this, I'm going to have to do a double bend of some sorts. But if I do that, then these don't need to be balanced. All right, how do I like this? I can't say it's ugly. It's not terrible. I could shorten the whole thing. Which I very much want to do. I can't shorten it that much. I need to get power up in here. No clean way to get power over there. I guess that's as good as that gets. Now, how long does this actually need to be? Turns out I've got trains on me. Looking forward to the feature in the new version where you can push trains if they're out of fuel. Get in and go, "Ugh." That'll be nice. Now, if it turns out that I actually got this entire thing to fit here, that would be pretty cool. Oh, but I didn't. And I can't get it to fit here anyways because outside signals suck. Just so we're clear on that. Alright, so I guess I keep that as this. I was wondering if I could move that down some. I mean, I would end up putting... I would end up putting those back there, and then this would come back here, and then I would shorten it all, and at the end of the day, who cares? Just do this. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's hilarious, John. You are the best moron in the planet right now. The whole purpose of these roboports is to satisfy that. And yeah. Really? I'd rather balance right away. Not sure. Not sure. Well, that's good enough. It's requesting 2 trains because it's totally empty. All right, let's sit here for a minute, see if it works. Lackham's here to take sand to the warehouse, of course. I'm waiting on stone to be brought in. See how it gets distributed. Oh, second train's already here. Looks fine. Oh, and fuel train's on the way. I gotta go. Like I'm working like a dog. So let's add a tag of sand here too. Now this is a case where I would love to have the LCD display. Okay, friend called 5 is only going to go here, but there's nothing here to pick up. Now that's a problem. Because if I have multiple... Well, do I have a stacker here? Yeah, I have a stacker here. But that's a problem, because if I have multiple priority pickups... I guess it isn't the problem. So if I had another train that had come from a priority place, that train would be sitting here in this stacker. And then that place is not full of sand, otherwise it would have called for a train, in which case this train would have taken off and the other one would have come and unloaded. Now in the meantime, this thing could have filled up and then my whole system goes to poo-poo, but and we can see here that 4 belts are almost completely full from 2 wagons, red belt, green inserters with a stack. Right, so, and here we see it is totally full on this one if the train is here and on this one. So if it's properly unloading, it's with this configuration, a wagon equals 2 belts and 2 wagons equals 4 belts for red. And this thing's already got 25,000 in it. Might even be smarter to use 2 warehouses here and then use 2 sets of wires. Let the one warehouse fill up, who cares, but the other one is the priority unloading onto the train, so that's primary consumption, so that the priority warehouse does not fill up. Yeah. Anyhow, this is now all defunct. I don't want you doing that. I'm not going to tear out that sand warehouse. I might shoot it, but I'm not going to tear it out. So then I need to replicate this. How many of these to fill up a belt of some sort? 10 of them. 20. 30. 40. 50. So 45 is half the belt. My words can't express how stupid that is. But I think this setup is okay because there's so much fluid has had a headache here. But this tells me that I can run this 45 on a side. Turn off my bots, go down to the workspace. Yeah, I'm dealing with that. What are we going to be making? This crap. I don't think I chose the right template because you need a lot of stuff. So to make immersite crystal, I need powder, acid, 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 acid. So I need 3 inputs for my output. So this is not going to be the right template. And it might not even fit here because this isn't wide enough for this. Oh, barely. All right, so we only need 3, so we're gonna get rid of this extra. Read all about it. Yeah, it doesn't fit. This is going to be the loader of solids because this is a solid and it's doing you a solid. We are going to put the unloader of solids here and the unloader of fluid 1 here and the unloader of fluid 2 here. Then, we are going to line this up with the bottom of that. We're going to grab a middle one so that we get the replication correct. Or a middle 2. Or a middle schooler and have a good day. My friends say you're a pedophile. Well, pedophile's a really big word for a 7-year-old. Well, 45 for a full belt usage. Let's see if I can squeeze this in, and then maybe I'll widen this like I've done in the past. Squeeze the second one in. Because I think it was 45, right? Yeah, 45 per side is going to get me half a belt, so I would have to go 90, which is cray-cray. Not doing that. Well, also, looking at this, I don't need to do it this way. Because your output is shared. Your input can be shared. If I'm willing to do things just a little bit differently. Right, because this is output. Although that's upside down from how I want to do it. And then this is going to be input. And then power poles, well, they can go like that. Now, if I do that, how do I get these to align where they're fluids? They would have to be staggered, which I've done before. And they would look like that. And if I had that, then it's one shy of fitting. Shun Y of shit of fits. Yeah. So if I move you out, and then I do the same thing here, but I have to do it in stages because I don't want to mess up the fuel system. Then I bring you in. I'm going to line you up at the top of that. Ooh, I has attack. Ah, you've moved in a little bit. A little bit. You're an unloader, so I am going to need this here. That's as good as I can do for you. And if I'm going to do it here, I'm going to want it there. But I want to flip it good. But I can't flip chem plants, so I have to do this. Forget that I can't flip chem plants. And do that. And then for beltage, hi, kitty cat. Yes, you are. So this is a single material, and I'm going to be running 4 stacks of it. Yeah, I don't have to do that. I can do this. Because this is offset, I can go like that. Scratch my cat on the back of the neck. You're going to be coming from over here. And you're going to be coming from over here. There, belts are taken care of. Now, pipes. One of you is going to be different than the other. This is going to be, what, imersite powder unload. So here it's imersite powder load. Hereby renamed to unload. That's what imersite powder looks like in a combinator. This is imersite crystal, which I don't think I have used yet. Thought I had an imersite crystal. O stations, control F, CRY. Nope. Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there. Oh, that's the wrong stuff. That's raw imersite. Okay. That is imersite crystal. But I selected imersite. Okay. So this is the imersite crystal loader. And its color is a pinkish purple. I'm fine with that. And then you are one of the acids. Sulfuric acid, in fact. That's a sulfuric acid loader. And that's a sulfuric acid unloader, which is what I want. And therefore that leaves you as being the new kid on the block with a pretty good voice and some decent dance moves of, I think it's this crap. Yeah, the multicolored Garbo stuff, whatever that is. Nitric acid S. There's a nitric acid loader. We can grab that and paste it here and then rename it to unloader. Delete all that, make it back to a ghost, and then we're just, you know, down to some pipes. These pipes. All right, so this is the thickest as it gets. This is sulfuric acid. This nitric acid is going to come from here and somewhere else. So, yeah, you're nitric acid. You're the farthest nitric acid. I can do this, which is pretty kind of almost sexy. I'm just going to randomly spam buttons until I get the results I want. But yeah, sure. Oh, you should have gone here. That's not where you belong. It's not going to work either. It's got to be this, which is pretty gross because it's confusing. What should happen is this, but then I've got this little problem. Roy? Why do I have multiple acids here? And what? Did I screw this up from the get-go? Did I? Huh. Because I think I did. I think I screwed this up. Okay or bad. Because the thing is, if I don't need a third pipe there, I don't need to widen these train rails. And there's not much value in trying to make this short. When I've got all the space down here. So now I have to, or I get to, put this back to the way it was. Hi, Storm. I've been watching you, you know. I love watching your spaceships go out and clear rocks. You have some really nicely designed spaceships. I have my first true K2 type loader unloader after seeing what you did in K2. You and Kazi and the other guys in K2 for Mucky server. This idea of using a accommodator connected to a warehouse with loaders. I was like, oh, I can do that? Loaders work on trains? All right. So I started doing that for this. This is a warehouse. I need to solve a problem of what do I do with the sand? How do I make sure the sand gets out of the lithium crushers or the imersite crushers? And so I came up with this idea of a warehouse because I wanted to preserve like what you had taught me. Cool. I wanted to preserve like what you had taught me where all of my trains or many of my trains just have this standard loader unloader. So what I did is I created this idea of a warehouse loader and a warehouse unloader and a warehouse priority unloader. So I have one special train that is designated for priority sand pickup. And the idea being that it's going to run on a normal schedule, and I probably could have done this better. But if the priority sand is here, it shuts off the normal sand. And I was thinking I could have done this with 2 warehouses, and it probably would have been better to have a priority sand warehouse and then, you know, have the belt decisioning on the output to make sure that it gets emptied first. So I probably did it slightly backwards. But the big thing is that I now have I have trains that it like splits the train behaviors between so that they all come to the warehouse for the loading. And some of them unload at the warehouse and some of them unload at the priority warehouse. So that I can ensure that I pull the sand out of the imersite processing so it doesn't get backed up. I can go 45 high. That's 10. So K2. Well, I noticed also these loaders that I was talking about here. These loaders is that they're belts. Maybe internally they are inserters, but I don't think so, because when I use the picker dollies, I can move an inserter, but I can't move a belt. Well, I can't move a loader either. Skin vanilla loaders, huh? But it identifies as a belt. So, I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, just because I cannot move it. Because inserters I can move, belts I cannot move. Yeah, but generally, I mean, things that I cannot move, like if it was an inserter, I would have assumed that it would have allowed moving. But maybe because it's a hybrid. Yeah, that's true. Skinned vanilla loaders. Oh, I read that as skinned vanilla inserters. Yeah. Picker Dolly's blacklists things that are belt based, and my last 5 comments were all because I read what you wrote as nope, they are skinned vanilla inserters. I didn't read it correctly because what you wrote is they are skinned vanilla loaders. And I think the reason you can't move those things is because Picker Dollies doesn't want to have to deal with the items on it. The permutations of rotation and all the other stuff. Or maybe it's just the collision problems, because the teleporting, which is what it does, it teleports things. Teleporting really breaks a lot of stuff. So, pipes. If this is acid, and it is, that takes care of that. Now, which of these two gets priority in the next spot? I've already put this one down in this spot. And if I put you down here, then when you get over here, you're in a collision point with this. And you're in a collision point with this. And you're even in a collision point with this. Now you, on the other hand, if you were up there, you would be in a collision point with this. You would be a cat that I am petting. So nobody likes you guys. You're all just garbo. Well, I guess I just misclicked and made up my mind. So that's that. But I need to get you satisfied. Ta-da! Ta-da! And you're there. You're supposed to be lower anyways. Not quite that low. You wouldn't fit here anyhow. Alright, so now that is going to be imersite crystal, if I did it right. And where do I want to process imersite crystal? Imersite powder is here. All the acids are there. I don't want to have to, I don't care about that stone, but I don't want to have to do a bunch of landfill, so this is probably where I'm going to go with it. Bing! And then I'm going to make it longer, because I can make it longer. But I don't carry that many of those chemical plants with me, so I'm going to go up to where chemical plants are made. I'm going to go, hi, chemical plants, come with me. And then I'm going to get in my train that carries things. I'm going to grab all these chemical plants and all of those chemical plants. And then, I'm going to go here. Turn on the bots, get some tracks being built. Looks like I need a little bit of landfill here. There's a big mess to clean up. Yeah, that won't matter. I love these dynamic train stations. I'm so grateful I got pushed to do them, because they make things so much better for me. Also, bots are stupid. These guys. Alright, fuel train's coming. I just don't like this crap in my way. I need this and this and these, thank you. I also need pipes. I did not bring enough pipes for this, I am sure. I'm certain of it. I should redesign these to put all my inserters in one. And this fuel train. Come on, now I know I have pumps. I picked them up. I guess I didn't. There should have been a train on the way there. I should not have gone red and not had a train show up, unless I don't have one of those trains. But that's not possible. Because you're... Oh, I have a train that has that, but I don't... I haven't given it a destination. You! Get over here. You are empty and inactive. Automatic. I think I need, yeah, more power poles. Yep, there's a train on the way. Oh, I'm out of belt. October 23rd? October 2023. Yeah, it is October, isn't it? I am making it longer because I can make it longer. Without a blue pill. Alright, there's no train on the way here. There's no imersite powder unloaded. There. Also, something's wrong. Ugh, faceless. Get out of the way. I'm out of underground pipes. Bad timing. Almost got there. I am not going to have enough pipes to do what I want. What I really, really want. I need to redesign these trains. I really do. This is getting on my nerves. So first off, I need more pipes. Secondly, I don't need as many furnaces as I thought I did, nor do I need as many assemblers as I thought I did, because even my bigger builds furnaces, max furnaces I'm using 191, 100, 200. So we're done with that. You're leaving. Next up, assemblers. That's 100 assemblers. I don't think I have anything as big as that. $96 assemblers, 45 chem plants, green circuits are 96, 96. There's a big one, 192. So 200 is the most of these I've got in any setup. So that's 100. Okay, I can put one of those back. So that's all I need there. I have not used all of these power poles. Rarely. The biggest builds I've got, 90 power poles, 57 power poles, 71, 98. So it's about 100 power poles max, and I carry 50 power poles with me all the time. Mining outposts, 33, 24. Okay, so if I'm going to be max, it's going to be 100 in here. Splitters. 28. 68. Okay, so there's a case for 2 stacks of splitters. 100 splitters is a good idea. So that clears that. Now, I could put more chem plants in here, because this is what, 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I also have not used hardly any landfill. Now, in the other one, I would really, really love to get these other inserters over here. That's going to take a bit more work. But then again, I've also not run out of any of these inserters, even close. And I could probably cut down in half the number of inserters that I carry, except for red inserters on some builds where I just use a stupid amount of red inserters. There's 80, there's 86, 40, 40. $24, $16, $16, 2. 52. See here, with furnaces, I use 200 of the red and 200 of the blue. This massive build, literally 200 blue. Mary has gone offline. So I have a case for 200 blue and 200 red, and I am fine with carrying 200 of each of those. There's 288 red. You're a monster. And I might need more of you, so it's not like I can throw you out with the bathwater. Even though, oh, there's 288. So red circuits and LCDs. There's 382 for blue circuits. So that's a 2-trip build there. So I'm fine with this being, I think, 200. And then I'm just stuck. But the other two do not need to be 200. I'm fine with 100 on each. Now I need to get that chest back in here. I have not needed more than these chests. And that's fine. I think I have not needed all of the underbelts either, but this LDS was a pretty good example of stressing things. 268 underbelt and 342 underbelt and 212. So it's like 200 underbelt, 250, 26. So they're really 357. Jesus. So the really dense ones where I've got to do double loading from the side because I'm using shared belts. That's where things get hairy on the red inserters, the blue inserters, and the underbelts. So 100, 200, 300, 400. And I carry 100. So if the train's got 400, then I'm going to be over on most of these. Yeah, 400 on the train is too many. So I can cut these down. I'm going to carry 200, so 100, 200, 300, 350 is the most I've seen. So I can at least cut one of these out and probably just make it a belt. Because to be honest, I do often need more belt. Furnaces. I think I already counted those up. Yeah. Miners and roboports. I'm not doing full factory builds. I don't need all these roboports. I'm doing outpost builds, and the most I've ever needed was 5, and I carry those on me. But I'll leave them there just in case I have to do a wall or something like that. Miners I have to revisit. I've got the pump jacks that I might need. I carry combinators, so I don't need to put those on there. Because I'm just constantly using them. And I'm not doing loaders as fast as I could do. Or as much. Hey, Splash. That was an impressive display there. I liked how your designs took care of all those raiders. Oh, I'm still building out. I'm not optimizing yet. I mean, I've got a lot of rail stations. It's pretty much a rail-based design. And right now I'm doing a little bit of updating of my train station. Before I enable this entire train, this location here. That's quite an accomplishment. I mean, adding 180 people. Whew. All right, so what else do I need? What else does this stuff need? What have I been like, I need more of? Other than these chem plants. Pipes. That's where I am desperately lacking, is pipes. I have run out of pipes too many times. So the pump jacks, I don't feel like moving those. I've already moved one thing. I think I'll be moving the power poles. I have run out of lamps many times, but I don't think I have room for all of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have room for 3 more there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is full. This one's already full. And what I should do is take these out and put them exclusively in the other one. Fill this up with miners. Because I do run out of those. And then maybe add lamps here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I could put lamps here. Yeah, I'm terrible at counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I will revisit this if I need to, but I think this is going to be... Oh, you know what I can put here instead? Is I can put these two here. That's going to put you at 12. I'm good with that. Tanks and pumps. Now, I need to put more under belt because I took them out of the other one. That's good. I took something else out of the other one, and I can't remember what. I would like to be able to put bots in here, so I stop carrying them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I've got to get pipes in here, and a lot of them. 8. And I like things that are, you know, like smooth. So let's put the underpipe here and the pipe here. Now, who has used a lot of pipe? You are